What's up guys, and welcome back. So we're going to go a little bit further into our trigger spawns this time, and we're going to look into using the F10 menu, so the radio menu, to spawn and respawn aircraft effectively. So the way we're going to do that is, what we've got is I've got my own aircraft set on the apron at Cobble 80, but we're going to put two separate groups in, so we're going to do two separate radio options. The first one will spawn a flight of friendly aircraft on the ground, and the second will spawn a couple of enemy aircraft. So we'll set the friendlies first, and we'll just call them Blue AI. Start them on the ramp. Late activation as always. Set them down as, what should we use? Let's have a look. I'll tell you what, we use a Mirage 2000. We'll have a pair. Have them set down. Just customise them how we want. RAF Air UK skins, and we'll just give them a relative loadout. I'm going to set them a task which will just be point. Set it for 10,000. Oh no, not speed. 1,000 speed. 10,000 feet, sorry, not 1,000. Definitely not 1,000 knots. Just set it up there. That way they'll take off, they'll hit that waypoint and bulge your uncle. So the second flight we want to do is we're going to add a set of enemy aircraft. So we're just going to use Russia. And we're going to use the MiG-31. I have him down there, nice and 20,000 feet. Give him some weapons. Bring them on a waypoint. Down there, that'll do. Okay, and once again we want late activation tick for them. These we will call them, that'll do. Okay, so now we want to go into our triggers, much like we have done with everything, and we're going to go for once, and then we're going to skip the condition, and we're going to come down to radio item add for coalition. So this way, the only person who'll have this radio option will be the Blue Coalition. We're going to call it whatever we want it to display as, so we'll call it Spawn Blue AI, and then flag 1 and value 1. So the flag will become more apparent in a moment. And all we're going to do is we're going to clone that, and we're going to call this one Spawn Red AI. And then this one will be flag 2, that way it's a different trigger to the previous one. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've basically set up how these are going to look on the radio option, and we've set up how they're going to trigger effectively. So they're going to trigger using flags, and we'll go into that in a second. So that's the radio options for the Blue Coalition. Now we need to actually make the triggers which are going to cause it to spawn. So we'll call this one red. And then what we want to do in the condition is we want to go down to flag is true. And this one will be flag 2, I believe that's what I set. Yep, so we want to use this one to spawn the red AI, so this will be flag 2. Come back to that, flag is true 2, and then we want group activate, much like we've used in the other videos, and it will be red. So when flag 2 is true, it will then activate red, which is when you press on that radio option, and basically. So what we can do to make this a little bit quicker is we can clone this one again. We'll call this one blue. However, this time it's not flag 2, it's flag 1. And then we want to change the group to Blue AI. So that should then spawn, we'll change that just to radio option or radio. So flag 1 corresponds with the next action, which will be flag 1 is true and activate. Okay, so with this one, what we want to do is we're going to switch this to from once to switched condition. So basically it's going to be looking for the trigger that you've set effectively. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll jump in save it as always. We will see and put it to the test. What we'll do is we'll jump into the parked Harrier that's on the tarmac, and that way we can access the radio options for the Blue Coalition. Jump in there. There's a couple of stacks dotted around. I'll probably show you how to do that in another video. It's really simple. So it has this spasm and actually loads. There we go. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll change our view, not that way for the tornadoes. We'll put it over there, and then we want to use the radio option. So first thing we'll do is we'll check on the F10 map. We'll make sure that there's no MiG-31s, which there's not. And then what we'll do now is we'll go into the radio options, press other, and we want to spawn. We'll go for spawn Blue AI first, so that should start the trigger. And there we go, there's our Mirage 2000s. They should then start up and begin a taxi. Once again, if we check on the map, there's no MiG-31s, so we'll do the same thing, other, spawn Red AI, and hopefully next time we go into the F10, there we go, there's our MiG-31s. And it's as simple as that. We can go further into this by using things like mist, which means we can actually make this, that we can spawn these aircraft time and time again, which I will show you. It will just be in a different video. I'm going to go into mist, however I'm just going to get through the easy stuff first, and then we'll go into the scripting tools. So that's a really easy way of using the radio menu to spawn aircraft on the ground or aircraft in the air. So this is perfect if you want to, practice a bit of air-to-air and you want to be able to spawn them at will. And I hope, as always, this is useful, guys. So until next time, see you soon.